Hi. We're must have made 6 loops around both floors. Where's the AG office?
Attorney General, you go up here, because they're above. They're on the second floor. So if you go down here, go to the center, not to the center. Do you know where the cafeteria is?
Yeah.
Okay, or in the old post office?
Uh-huh.
There's a set of stairs just to this side of it. Take that set of stairs up, and when you get to the next floor, you're gonna look this way, you're gonna see the Supreme Court doors.
Yeah.
And then you just follow that around.
Okay.
It's gonna be down that hall, 2115.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Where is the damn drinking cup? These people never drink any goddamn water. City bathrooms, no drinking cup. Jesus Christ. By the time I find it, I'm going to have to walk all the way back and be thirsty. Ah.
Hello, sir. How
Hi.
are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, good. How can I help you today?
Well, you guys don't know me yet, but you will. And you've inadvertently, not you, but your previous Peterson and Nigro definitely put this place in probably the worst position that you've ever been in. If you take a look at this is an investigation that was brought by community members that witnessed significant violations of the Open Meetings Act with me and my mother, right? Guess when I found that?
Where did you find this?
When?
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know.
Friday.
On our website.
Well, through a 15 pages down in a Google search while I was researching my circuit appeal. So let me ask you a quick question. How did I never know? How was it that OPS was asked about this when the community brought questions about something that happened to my mom and myself, and our names are put in there, which is, I'm going to call it slander because it's actually libel and defamation, and I'll explain to you why. A decision was made that I did something wrong, okay? Now, information in there is false, and I can prove it, which is why they never actually contacted me, notified my mom, or let us know of the results, right?
Let me ask you, it sounds like you're currently heading towards court on this matter, is that true?
Now you can read this. Because no longer is it about OPS. Now it's about the entire legal system as a whole.
If you're filing in court against us, we'd be in
Do
adversary.
you see the marks at the bottom? I haven't filed against you. Okay? This is an ongoing appeal. I found that Friday. It's evidence in my case. My question for you is, see, and this is where you get the opportunity. What's your name again?
Susie.
I'm Justin. I'll formally introduce Justin Riddle. I'm Justin.
Nice to meet you.
Pleasure. So, Suzanne.
Jane.
Okay. So, here's where you guys get the only good opportunity of everybody else involved. This happened before you were here, right?
No, I've been here for nearly 10 years. Laura's no longer here. The Attorney General Peterson is no longer
Okay,
here.
well, both the names on that form are
Right.
gone,
Right.
right?
Right.
So, you guys can plead ignorance and say this isn't how we operate anymore, or you can maintain that it was acceptable to publish my information and my mom's information in an investigation and determine us incorrect and never, ever, ever, ever consult us or subpoena us. According to the statutes, section 901 through 920, there's a whole process of rules that you guys have to follow. How was I never notified? You've been here 10 years. You can actually probably answer that.
I'm not an attorney, so I couldn't. So it'd be speculation on my part to do so.
Is that proper procedure? Is that standard procedure?
I can't speak to that. I'm not the person for an open meetings violation.
I'm not even talking about open meetings. I'm just saying if the community doesn't say I called, it says multiple community members called. They indicated that myself and my mother had been subject to open meeting violations, right? How was our side never acquired? That's the question. What kind of an investigation only takes the defense position? And that's what happened because I found this. Here's what I'm going to do for you guys. Either you're going to work with me properly and say, here's what we found and here's how it worked. Here's the information we used, because if not, what I've submitted to the 8th Circuit there shows that at least 2 things in there are patently false. And they were published publicly without my knowledge from the Attorney General's office. Now, my entire suit was against OPS, but now it's against the court system in general. And I won in the Supreme Court last year, and I own CharterWestBank.com because they screwed me 7 years ago. And I fought them and then bought their website when I kept losing to biased judges. I understand the system. I'm taking it down. You get to either, we are not those people, so we don't know why they would do this, or you get to take and dig in and become case study A in the biggest movement in history. When you look at what I filed here, you can either believe me or you can't. I have put the 8th Circuit in a position of their own making from 5 years ago when they gave me a 2-paragraph summary. We agree with whatever they said after a 30-page brief, right? They didn't even address anything. You're not an attorney, so maybe you don't get what I'm saying. But they had an obligation to address the merits of my argument, which they didn't. Subsequently, I dealt with, not just subsequently, before, during, and after, I dealt with 7 judges. I only won in the Supreme Court unanimously because it was on TV and had to be published. And they couldn't deny the facts. But other than that, every judge lies. Now, here's the thing. It's so systematic, and I've laid out such a huge, docketed trail of evidence. Everything is docketed because I'm a pro se, so I put it there. I put it there in a way that is unmistakable. And I've done it for years, which means everything I say is true. So, pardon my frankness, but what I'm saying is you guys get to either A, work with me on this, or B, well, and I already submitted that to the 8th Circuit, so they already know you guys conducted an investigation without any input from me whatsoever. But when I start filing Freedom of Information Act requests, and you guys try to obstruct or deny or block those, I'll sue you for that information because I'm allowed. This will be a self-perpetuating thing that will never end. And if you talk to Barrett Home and your buddies over there, or if you talk to Coley Jessen or Jeff Silver or anybody that's crossed me, you know what they're going to say? They're going to say, get your hands clean of this. Blame the people that were there before because it's their fault, unless it's yours.
So here's my question.
Sure.
It sounds like you have an intermediate step that you'd like to speak to somebody in this office.
Yes.
Okay, so what would be best is either you can, I think it's best, I don't want to create work for you, but I think it's best for you to summarize rather than me translate what you just said. I did understand what you said, but I don't want to take.
For the latest revelations concerning the Nebraska Attorney General's office sham investigation into my open meetings complaint are not just reprehensible, they are a moral and legal atrocity that lays bare the staggering depths of rot. The facts have now come to light are nothing short of indictment of the entire edifice representative self-government in response to multiple independently filed citizen complaints alleging serious violations of the open meeting laws by the Omaha Public School Boards, laws that are the bedrock of transparency and accountability in any functioning democracy. The Attorney General's office secretly engineered a farcical, one-sided investigation that made a mockery of even the most minimal standards of impartiality and professionalism, without so much as notifying me or any of the other complainants, let alone soliciting our input or testimony. The Attorney General's office conspired with the very public body accused of wrongdoing to rubber stamp its own exoneration based on nothing more than its own self-serving version of events. Do you think that will suffice as an explanation? It's clear. It explains what you guys did. And I didn't bother to format it because this point, formatting is one of those things that I'll let the 8th Circuit complain about. It'd be petty. You get what I'm saying? They know I can format because everything I've submitted until the last couple were formatted perfectly.
So you want me to pass this along as your complaint, your submission? That's what you're saying?
Well, what's the alternative?
Well, I mean, we have a complaint system online. Or
Yeah, right. That is how well that works. How did I not find out about this for 2 years and 3 months when, you know what I'm saying? I was named it. I'm the subject of
I
it.
don't see your contact information anywhere on this. That's the
Form and you can fill just the top part is the contact information.
All right, I will make certain the appropriate people have this.
You've been here 10 years.
Almost.
Okay. When somebody is subject of a civil rights violation, that they were the supposed aggrieved party, is it standard practice or is it not standard practice to at least get their side, or is it standard practice to only check with the people who are being accused?
I can't answer that.
How can you not answer that?
I just,
You don't understand any of the processes here? Nobody does?
I do, but it's not for me to speak to them, but to put you in touch with people.
Will they be calling me today?
I can't commit anybody to that. I will make sure that it gets to.
Look at my, look at the case number on there, and then look at the local case with Rossiter, and talk to Rossiter, and talk to Barrett Home. I know you guys do. Have that conversation before you include yourself in something. Right now, you have one chance to get out of it. And when you look at how I've written this stuff, you will see that And when you look at all the dockets, history from this one, that one, this one, that one, this one, that one, you're going to see that everything I've said is so true and so painfully obvious that 7 years of doing this, I may as well have a law degree. The only difference is I'm not compromised. And I'm going to make sure that the entire world, through my websites, which include charterwestbank.com and selflegalaid.com, are going to expose everybody. Plus, this will be precedent setting. So, I appreciate your time. I'm not trying to be coarse, but you don't seem to understand how this is, I'm not saying you don't understand how it's an issue, but if you don't have any idea of the processes whatsoever after 10 years, I mean, who's expected to know anything? So,
Right.
hopefully I hear from somebody soon.